Hello folks and welcome back. In the previous video we will be playing with Jake and we got interrupted by crying toddler, so I had to abruptly stop the video, and here we are exactly where we stopped. We are playing with a hunter Sylph, and this is what our deck has. I will toggle the on hover preview and quickly show you the cards that we have in. And in our stash we just have a peridot which will be selling as soon as possible. We also have gotten ourselves a level, and I'll get to increase my attributes and perks. And we will be taking athletic, and we will be taking the bladed weapons training. Let's start. Use my English site, synergize this into the tripwire trap, which, as we have mentioned countless times, already will get benefit of this +3 right here. Synergize damage to your ally. When you synergize damage, it takes up the element of the card, which is very important to battle the different resistances. And we'll finish the Illusion Weaver off, damage the Hard Brute. Now our wolf is at critical health. We shouldn't use him for attack till he replenishes some hit points. And here we can pick, absolutely we'll pick the bomb, and we'll also pick the flare. It's a consumable, we can fetch it anytime. This one, recover trap, requires that we can already have a trap card in the battlefield, so we can recover it and then set a new one. And I don't mean these traps, but the summon traps that this card here creates, the Hunter's Trap. So not much of a use right now, but we can benefit from the silver blades. Let's use get them on our ally. They can't get vulnerable, they are vampires, but the damage synergy was pretty good. The secret will keep harming us, and it will keep harming our ally. And I will also activate the verbose mode on plus in your numerical keypad. And now a good way is to replace our companion, train him. He won't get much better stats. These bonuses that we will be applying, the teamwork power, will be plus 8 and health plus 10, and this will go to the base summon card, which is power 5 and health 9, so it have health 19 and power 15, which will be exactly as he is now, sort of. And we can get to retrain him, but his hit points are full, he's level 1, he has a much better future ahead of him. But most importantly, he has a future. So the Aura of Darkness causes both me, the Hunting Dog, and the Wolf Companion to lose 4 hit points. So it's a good thing we got to replace him with his well-trained version. The aura will trigger no more, and we can open the chest, get these 2 weapons. Leaving your wolf companion alone and not using his ability will help him restore, and that goes for every ally, restore 2 hit points each turn they remain idle. So he won't be restoring now because he's exhausted. And we can multicast this into our tripwire. Continue. Looks like Aura of Darkness just got dispelled. Auras are sticking to your character. So they can persist even if the original caster goes away. The better play had always been to do this in the first time around, but it's okay. You might miss the best move the first time. But don't underestimate what your synergies can do for you. We got to create this thunderbolt here because of the bonus effect of the thunder slash. If your agility is higher or equal to 22, craft one thunderbolt, and our agility has this value. Now our health looks a bit grim, so let's see if we can have any potion in here. We don't. Let's use this for the synergy. Out of the rabbit hole, and we can oh, we are still in. That's a different campsite, even better. Now out of the rabbit hole and in the camp, but we don't need it. It was a nice thing that we got to find one. And this piercing bonus, along with the damage synergy we are injecting to this card, will be triggering twice, and killed this Pale Moon Initiate. Fury targets a single enemy, unlike multicast, which targets the first X enemies. We can also use our silver weapons to harm the vampires more, and of course finish them off with our companion. I will also use the track with the barbed wire trap. Okay, she will die from bleeding. Benefactor healing won't benefact anyone right now. So let's study the grimoire, get the triple shot, which is an improved version of the rapid shot. And I will use these heightened reflexes. And now you notice that each time we are clicking end of turn, this explorer cloak gets played on our character. It's like you have this cloak in your hand, and when you click your end of turn, say like, oh, I have this card, let's play it, and you play it. But what will happen if this card, the heightened reflexes, trigger first? So when I click and turn, this card, heightened reflexes, it's in my hand, imagine, and it will get played. And it will give a damage +4 synergy that will then go into our explorer's cloak and make it an offensive card. So this can potentially damage our character, and you have to be careful about that. So either unequip the accessory, or I will use this here. And you might say, where will you synergize this damage? In my right click ability. This crafts a guard me card and will also get these synergies and harm the first target. And now we can use it too. So this is even worse what we just did. I should have targeted the guard me guarding one of the enemies so they can get the damage. Now we will be getting the damage instead. We got 6 damage. That's for the heightened reflections that passed onto the guard me and dealt 4 to 9 damage to its original target, that's me. Let's unleash our wolf. Use the right click ability. Add silver coating to our weapon. Now this is a silver weapon that deals 5 to 10 piercing damage, and the vampire is gone. But notice that the aura of darkness is attached to our character, so it will debuff when we change node. Now if you notice, the best target for this electrocute is actually you, because it will keep harming a random enemy as long as you exist in the battlefield, whereas if you put it on an enemy, when the enemy dies it will also go away. Let's use our wolf. Venison, reactivate him and unleash him. We'll be adding the piercing damage to this card right here, and again. Now let's finish them both off. And we are now at the boss of stage 4, which is Lord Kendrick, and he's a blade master, and you should expect high slashing resistance, yes, and also he will activate the counter attack if his hit points is above half when we are done with him. We can't stun him, we have a potential of 5 and he is level 9. These cards won't do much damage to him either. Our wolf companion will die if he attacks him. It can still kill this one or try to. Let's also use the bomb and this. Things look pretty gloomy. Let's play an electrocute on me. And what you can do at this point is actually do a complete change of deck. The fastest way you can go about this is this, just keep spamming the minus. Or remove all cards from deck if you are not have any actions marked red. That's the stash card. First you need to move them out to the out in the stash. And Captain Kedrick here doesn't have any resistance on air. Neither these guys here, but they are pretty resistant in slashing. So I will be needing air cards. Like Electrocute, like Breeze, like Static Bolt. And also they are less, he's overall less resistant to piercing. So let's get the, we'll be adding the Animal Companion card. Mark won't help against this boss, neither will no, actually Mark and Quarry can help. As well as heightened reflexes, because it doesn't deal the damage, it adds synergy. And of course Unleash. Also triple shot, and even though Thunder Slash is a slashing card, Thunderbolt will also help Venison. So you adapted your deck, and at this point it would be nice if we had any potions, but we don't. And things look very gloomy. Let's use these heightened reflexes and play Breeze on Lord Cendric. So what will happen, this card will add its synergy into this card, which will target Lord Cedric and damage him with air damage. Of course, we have the problem that we are at 12 and reinforcements also arrived.
Level up.
And now we are out of the bad situation. Our wolf cannot attack, he will die. But we can get his special card. Let's get the synergy. Electrocute, kill him. Add the synergy. Unfortunately, she will shield up. She will heal. These are all good ways for you not to get any damage, but still. That went into their shield. Now the more this battle delays, the more problematic it is, because reinforcements arrive. That wasn't much of a reinforcement, so it's okay. We still can't use him, he might still die. But we are out of the blue. And the only reason we survived this encounter is because we went and switched our deck. We went and changed it so it can be more efficient. And the increased mastery from killing Lord Kendrick also gave us more cards as we leveled up. We now have dual yield and we have warning shot. And we have a Sylph Scout. We also have Electrostatic Bolt and Gale. So let's go ahead and upgrade our deck with these nice cards. Also we'll keep the static bolt. Unleash. And Eagle Sight. No, heightened reflexes. Add back in the Thunder Slashes. So this is our deck. You can change your deck as many times as you see fit. And what I will also be doing is to go and unequip my offhand and equip this Teeth Medallion card. So, now this is a reaction, I have to play it first, and the card will be dealing 3 to 7 piercing damage.
I summon the power of wind.
You can also inject it into our static bolt multicast. And I target those two in particular because they can dispel my cards, my buffs. And I won't play this card because it will be synergized into my accessory. We need something to act as an intermediary. So upon draw it used an electrocute, and if target enemy has one electrocute counters, this action gets synergy amplify. So this enemy right here will also trigger this synergy of amplify 3, and it will get injected into my next action, whatever that might be. So if I use it on a slashing card, it will increase my slashing damage, like so. But if I use it on an air card, it will increase my air damage. Let's use this. On the piercing. We can get lightning strike. Get the synergy. I will be focusing on the Dark Commander because he has the Desecrate ability, not that we can actually do anything.
I summon the power of wind.
And actually unequip this, or any accessory or any armor you have before you click end turn, and this heightened reflexes can then target an enemy. No, our health doesn't look good. We still need to pass from this elite node in order to reach town. And get the Sunstone token on the hat. Equip this. So we have a potential of 5, and we may attempt to stun this Devil Warlock. It works.
I summon the power of wind.
Let's also get this guy here out of the picture. Now with the Sunstone token, will be replenishing 2 hit points, and eventually it will level up and will get to replenish more. She can attack him, breaking one of his stun counters. But the key is when enemies are stunned, they won't harm your allies. You can discard one of these heightened reflexes. Now the way I would go about these heightened reflexes is to target this card on me, so it exists as long as I exist, and use the gale in one of the enemies, maybe this one, or the enemy that will stay more in the battlefield, like this one. I will be dealing with others first, if I can. And now that I will click end my turn, she gets damage, and she gets damage because the heightened reflexes gives this synergy damage, which I get injected into the gale that was after it, and deal this damage into the Adharsar's Seer. But if I have put Gale on my character, then this damage would have gone on me, like we've seen before. Let's amplify our air. Now she's not stunned, she will hit back. Let's
Summon the power of wind.
sacrifice a Sylph for that. She got 7 damage. And we can take this commodity to sell in the town. Let's move the peridots into my deck so we can sell them. Also, we can sell any unused weapons and equipment. You can carry up to 1500 farthings. There are perks to improve them, but they are only available in the adventure. No, they are only available for modders to use it. And we'll be getting the Thunderbird. And the Vampire Hunter. Synergize the damage to your multicast action. 9 to 18 air damage for the 2 first guys here. And we should also finish them off. this. Static bolt. I'll go with a strong gust.
I summon the power of wind. I summon the power of wind.
Now, what we wanted to achieve here is to reduce the flying enemies' hit points below half so they cannot take flight. And let's now use.
I summon the power of wind.
Don't want to use this. And another way you could have gone about it was to do a chain, like craft reconnaissance, use reconnaissance, use the synergy to craft the card, and so on. So that leaves you with a pretty high defense, which will be using for the boss. Continue. Of course our Sylph will be gone by then. Let's at least get the reconnaissance. Grua the Fallen, and he's resistant both in slashing and air. This means, guys, that we'll probably won't be surviving stage 5. He's also a vampire. He's a vampire. And he's also weaker to piercing. Okay, we'll see how it will go.
I summon the power of wind.
Let's add the heightened reflexes to the mix. Which means I should go and unequip this. And I'll be also adding let's play and see how it will go. So flanking breaks up our defense. Let's get this synergy amplifying. on piercing. This is a piercing card.
I summon the power of wind.
And we can actually I'm waiting for the Vampire Hunter. That's why I'm not changing the deck. This bird is also quite useful. Let's summon it. We can make this one vulnerable. Now we are empowered 3. Our potential is 10. He's level 11. So let's just use this here. I make sure that nothing is equipped, so this won't go and gets added to my next insane item, but instead receive it as a synergy.
Oh no!
Like we did here. And we can leave this guy to get this. He has cover. We can't harm him with ranged cards, that's why he survived. We can't harm him with our allies, however. Okay, let's end our turn.
Oh no!
Let's do the chain synergy, the ability chain. Stun this one, we don't have a wolf companion. These unleashed cards will not be useful without him. Vampire came a bit too late.
Oh no!
And honestly, I wasn't expecting to survive this encounter with Grua being so resistant in all our elements, but we did, and we can continue to the final stage. My potential is 5. This can also harm monsters like the Minotaur, and the troll is not. We can attempt to stun one of the cultists.
Oh no! Looks like you could use an extra blade.
It can still deal piercing damage. That's unfortunate to have a bomb in here. Yes, we do, and I will be using it. Let's get the armor piercing bolt. Now these zombie hordes here can multiply, and these two wyverns can take flight, and we do have some ranged cards, but
I summon the power of wind.
we'll be trying to drop them below.
I summon the power of wind.
That's not below half. He will take flight, and he also has the flyby attack. Let's discard this card. Use the spike tag. And this zombie horde can multiply, this one can't. I will use this to the wyvern. It's a monster. And it got multiplied, and now the multiplication will stop. But as long as we are in this node,
Summon the power of wind.
we'll be suffering from the desecrate effect. It's stuck into our character. That's where the 5 hit points we lost came from. And we need to move out of here as fast as we can. He can't get immobilized, unfortunately. We don't have any items in our stash. That's 5 more damage for us. And changing node actually might kill us. It didn't. That's good. So forcing them to heal is the only play now. Or to shield. What can we do?
Looks like you could use an extra blade.
And I will be adding the hunter trap cards. Continue. Now it's important not to forget to unequip this when you have a chain that gives synergy. So it will multiply. We are at 3. We are basically doomed. We keep getting unleashed without our companion. Even though the Sunstone token will trigger first, and these zombie horde enemies can sense them here. I don't think we can do anything to save us at this point. We have two consumables we can use. But still, unless they deal dark damage or trigger a special, which was yes, luck does help, but actually observing what your enemies do will give you an insight on how they will react.
I summon the power of wind.
Let's put the gnome aristocrat and the wannabe vampire first. The wannabe vampire now has the summoning circle ability and the desecrate ability. He has grown much stronger than the one you used to remember from the earlier levels. Let's get rid of the unleash card. But look like I don't have the animal companion into my deck, and I wonder why he doesn't show up while he wasn't here. Let's actually remove this card till he comes back. Lightning strike twice damages a random enemy, so even though I'm targeting the Ghoul, not necessarily targets this one. Let's get the tripwire trap.
I summon the power of wind.
Now we already had one. It's okay. Reactions are removed from your deck when you play any card. So if you have 2 reactions, you can only play 1. Let's target the vampire with our special dagger.
I summon the power of wind.
You can also attack here. I will sacrifice this Sylph alive for
Looks like I
the
could use an extra blade.
vampire hunter. Get the bomb. Get the refined topaz. And actually we are good on health. So I will equip the refined topaz. And we've been neglecting our perks for some time now. Let's get lightning reflexes, heightened awareness. Heightened awareness, and we can also get the tough now. The run is almost over. And if I hadn't neglected these perks, we might haven't faced these challenges we did to reach here. But in the end all worked out well. At least we can get to die in the final boss or emerge victorious. Let's get the barbed wire trap and enhance it with heightened reflexes bonus. Now this targets me, so it will persist, but it's better to unequip this refined topaz. And we have a succubus and the Infernal Dragon, which is resistant to air at +4 and it's resistant to slashing also. Okay, let's use our Sylph scouts. Build up some defense. Maybe deal with the henchmen first. And our electrocute synergized with the gale and the heightened reflexes here killed the succubus. Now this Infernal Dragon also gets lots of damage by the alchemical bomb silver.
Looks like you could use an extra blade.
And the blessed, because he counts as a demon. No, wait, I will do it this way because I don't want to lose my stash cards. And we can now put in Unleash. I will leave actually we will be adding some silver and multicast cards. The Thunderbird, the Triple Shot, Silver Blades, Lightning Strike twice, Thunder Slash, the Sylphs, the Expeditious Assault, and the dual units. This is our deck now. We don't have any items we can use in our stash. Let's use the silver coating. This goes to my weapon and it deals 70 damage to the Infernal Dragon, because the multiplier of the silver is 5 times, and that's how you kill this guy with silver. So let's continue. And this was our Sylph run. We got plenty of tokens, we got plenty of mastery, and I hope you enjoyed this video. We are one step closer to unlocking even more things. We can get to play with the Ifrit next time, or unlock one of these classes. We'll see. I hope you had fun. See you next time.